the Buccaneers somehow, some way win this football game. I cannot believe that just happened. I'm not exaggerating. I had recorded a video about talking about the loss already. After that punt, when they punted the ball, I said, okay, well, this season's over. How does Brady do this? How is this possible? I don't understand how this happens. Only Tom Brady. I've watched a lot of Tampa Bay football. No quarterback has even come close to doing any of the stuff that Tom Brady does. How? How is this possible? I'm dumbfounded, completely dumbfounded. As hey, maybe let Tom Brady throw the ball down the field. Maybe that's a good idea. That might be something that you could do that would make sense. I mean, I have to say, when that flag happened, when they scored a touchdown to take the lead or tie the game because they're down 6, and then all of a sudden, they throw the flag, Donovan Smith holding, because of course it's Donovan Smith holding, who I like. He's a good player, but he seemingly every key third down has a bad holding play. I don't know what that is, but he's a good player as a whole. Terrible holding there, terrible just call in general after an unbelievable catch by Chris Godwin, which was unfortunate to call it back. I thought it was over. I had said, okay, that's it. Good comeback, good attempt, but you can't wait till only 3 minutes left to find a way to come back and get yourself in this situation. And somehow, some way, the Buccaneers find a way to win this football game. I mean, they had no business winning this football game. They don't deserve to win this football game. They don't deserve to be in a playoff spot. But here they are, 6-6. I don't get this. This is the worst analysis ever. It's just me confused the whole time. But some guys you got to give some credit to. Rachaad White should be the starter. Rashad should be the starter. White, that's his name now, because he absolutely should be the starting running back. I mean, that catch to take the lead was awesome. And then, Julio Jones's catch to set things up there, unbelievable. And again, Chris Godwin had some big plays. He should have had the game winner before, an unfortunate scenario there. Just getting some of these players to just come in and make some plays, it really does say, hey, if you push the ball down the field, good things could happen. And Mike Evans, we've talked a lot about how, everyone says Lattimore shuts him down. I've always kind of felt like Lattimore matches up nicely against him, but there's other things at play. The Saints play a lot of 2 safety deep coverages, which, that means Mike Evans kind of takes away his deep shots, which is where he really thrives. So I don't fully agree that it's a Lattimore thing exclusively. Lattimore does play him well, of course, but there's more to it than that. These things are always more complex than the narratives you hear in the media. And we saw Mike Evans was not able to have a big day, but again, taking up a double team still helps you, and taking up attention still helps you. Brady probably could have hit him on a couple shots that Brady didn't make that throw to, but still, at the end of the day, the other guys had to come through, and they finally came through, and you know what? Those punts at the end by Todd Bowles were infuriating. They were still objectively the wrong call. Okay, I'm going to go to my grave saying that, trusting your defense there, that's not a thing. Trusting your defense is not a thing. There's no strategic benefit in trusting your defense. It's just a saying that people have, right? That's not a good strategy to, quote unquote, trust your defense and make poor decisions in that situation. So that's the first thing. But they ended up working out. I guess when you have Tom Brady and all you need is a couple shots, that's all you need. Just again, really in that final 3 minutes, everything that had to happen, really in the final 5 minutes, the defense played great. Defense should be the hero. Lavonte David. This is going to be a hot take. It's probably not true. Whatever. It's 11-15, and I'm happy that my team won. Lavonte David should be in the defensive player of the year conversation. I'll say it. He's been unbelievable this year. This guy is somehow having a career year at this point, and he's a Hall of Famer in my book. This guy is incredible, but the entire defense played very well. Yes, they gave up some points. You're going to give up points, especially when your offense goes 3 and out, drive after drive after drive. That happens, but again, this is about Tom Brady, and I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is, but there's just, I feel like on this channel especially, I talk a lot about analytics, and okay, don't get too hyped up into the media narratives of, oh, this quarterback is a leader, all of this stuff. That's mostly silly, mostly doesn't matter. At the end of the day, how well do you play football? That's what wins Super Bowls. It just is. But man, Tom Brady just has something, doesn't he? Like, I don't know what it is, but like, it just, of course, Tom Brady does this, right? And you can sit here and say, oh, well, some of these, and again, people will always try to discredit some of this stuff, but like, why does Tom Brady keep doing this? He did this against the Rams and does it against the Saints. These are two of the, they mentioned the Buccaneers had lost 69 straight games when they were in this situation, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. 69 straight. Brady comes to town, and with 3 minutes left, this is as impressive as that Rams situation. They had 2 drives where they had to score touchdowns in both scenarios and did. And, I kind of talked earlier about Mike Evans not really doing a ton, but one thing that he's always done well against the Saints is draw penalties, and that's what he did in this game. Mike Evans, one of the best penalty drawers in football, and he had the big one to get them within 1. I guess let's end this video because I rambled a bit. I'm sorry. I'm excited. Okay, let me have it. But I think to end this video, kind of the main takeaway, the main thought is, what does this mean for the Buccaneers? There's still some issues, man. There just is still some issues. I want to sit here and say, no issues. This team is awesome. We're going to win the Super Bowl. But, you do have to, at a certain point, hope that this offensive coaching staff wakes up a little bit. And I hope that this is the game to do it. I've been saying all season, they're not going to do it. This isn't going to happen. I think after this game, they might a little bit. I think after this game, there's a chance that they do. I think there's a chance that because, they got booed relentlessly in this one, and, a lot of eyeballs on them, people that watched this game saw Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offensive players bail out a bad coaching performance. That's what everyone saw. That's what the conversation is going to be. And at the end of the day, it's tough, but hey, 6-6, you're in the playoffs at this point. I didn't think it wasn't guaranteed. Before I started this video, 10 minutes before I started this video, it was far from guaranteed. And I was saying, I kind of don't want this team to make the playoffs. I said that in my original video. I don't want this team to make the playoffs because they'll just get blown out. But I don't know. With Tom Brady, anything can happen. So, yeah, I guess, MVPs of the game, Levante David and Tom Brady, those two come to mind right off the bat. And Brady actually played really poorly in the first 3 quarters or so. Brady was not great in the beginning of this game, but, the miracle he pulled off in that fourth quarter, and again, not even in the fourth quarter, even in the fourth quarter, they were struggling. Like, this was a bad fourth quarter. It was the good 3 minutes, but somehow, some way, this team just seemingly finds a way to pull out the victory. Hey, still don't do those punts. I gotta say, those punts, still not a huge fan. I don't know. Again, just excitement. I don't know if I said anything insightful, but hopefully you could at least see my energy and my vibes. This was the vibes episode of Jackson Kruger Sports. Let me know your vibes in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.